Hello and welcome inside the historic Smith Fieldhouse in Provo, Utah for NCAA Women's Volleyball tonight. Number 19 BYU taking on the Central Michigan Chippewas. Great to have you with us, Jeremy. Joined alongside Amy Gant for this one. We've seen a bunch of matches now at the doTERRA Classic here in the Smith Fieldhouse. This might be the most competitive one yet, BYU and CMU. What do you expect?
Well, I think it's going to be a battle. I like the size on both of these teams. They've got dynamic offenses, and I think it's going to come down to serve and pass, obviously, but it's going to be fun to watch. Thanks,
Coach Gant. Always serve and serve receive, right? Let's talk about BYU's star freshman, Suli Davis. How about 14 kills against FDU earlier today? Second most in program history by a freshman in her first match.
Yeah, first match comes out, leads the team, and was steady and solid. She really had a lot of energy, played with a lot of confidence. It was exciting to see her contribute on the floor offensively and defensively.
Then for Central Michigan, how about the performance from Brooklyn Connor, who goes 12 kills, no errors, hits 800.
Yeah, amazing. That right side of the floor for Central Michigan, just their favorite place to attack. Look for them to continue to find a way to get the ball to number 18, whether it's on the slide, a high ball. That BYU block has really got to lock in if they're going to slow down the Central Michigan team.
She's watching the highlights right now on the screen. She produced a lot of her own highlights earlier today. Central Michigan, BYU both 1-0. CMU beat High Point in 4 earlier today. BYU swept FDU as we take a look at the matchup. Central Michigan and BYU both 1-0 here in the Smith Fieldhouse. And you can feel and see the energy upper left. That's the student section, the Roar of the Cougars, a famous student section in college sports, especially in volleyball. It's freshman orientation weekend. School starts Tuesday. We got a women's soccer game outside also on ESPN+. Number 11 BYU against Auburn. In here, obviously, BYU, Central Michigan. This place is buzzing. And the students are here and ready.
Yeah, and you just feel the energy in this BYU floor. And that's a lot of the reason, frankly, why these teams wanted to come to this tournament, to give their players an opportunity to play in this environment, this kind of electric atmosphere. BYU, of course, loves the crowd and the energy they bring.
BYU is coached by Heather Olmstead in her 11th season, 258 and 46. Second highest active win percentage in D1, assisted by David Height to her right, Daniel Jones as well. Central Michigan, the Chippewas, coached by Ariel Wilson, 4-time national champ at Penn State. On the far left on the bench there, Coach Wilson, the 6th women's volleyball coach at Central Michigan, previously helped out at Missouri, Georgia Tech, Michigan State, DePaul, Chicago native, leading the Chippewas in her first season as she comes over to say hey to Heather Olmstead as BYU and Central Michigan prepare to tangle here in Provo. BYU in the royal blue, the Chippewas in the white. Good energy in the gym as we prepare for Game 2 for both these teams. Cougars ranked number 19, Central Michigan preseason number 3 in the MAC. They lost in the semifinals last year of the conference tournament. They are hoping for a conference championship this year after a 24-7 season. BYU has 19-10. A few more losses than normal for that program. A first-round loss in the NCAA tournament. They feel like they've upgraded the talent, gotten a little bit older, and that will be on display here in match number 2. Tonight's officials, Liz McKnight, the R1 up top. R2 down low, Kayleen Cragen, Kevin Willett, Doug Swenson are the line judges. It may not be stuffed to the rafters behind us, but the rock influences the entire match from up top.
It does, and both of these teams, so interesting that, you know, it's not often you play 2 matches in one day. And so for both these teams to come out, it's going to be interesting to watch. And who needs that extra bit of energy from the crowd as they're trying to get it together and get another victory.
Izzy Swears begins the match, and we are underway on ESPN+. Suli Davis, perfect pass. Brielle Camavora stuffed by Abby Olin. the 5th year from Coopersville, Michigan. And how about her season last year? 36 solos.
Right, and talking to Coach Wilson, she said she's in a league of her own. I don't even know what to say about her. Just such an incredible blocker.
8th in the country in blocks last year. Quickly to Claire Little Chambers. Back over to BYU side. Kemavor joust that probably should have gone to Alex Bauer. 2-0 Chippewas.
Well, I think what's so interesting, you come out and start a match with a solo block. Hey, it's just 1 point, but you just got in the head of your opponent pretty big, because now BYU's thinking, oh no, our offense isn't running as smoothly. Can we get this done?
And that matchup against the Middles and Brielle Kemavor will be one to watch. Davis, all 3 attacks in serve receive, and then she finally gets BYU's first point. Out of the back row, out of system, no less. That was a difficult swing.
Right, and I think what you like to see is watch her land, turn to her team, and give them that energy like, let's go. I am locked in, right? Give me the ball.
I'm always interested as to what words are said that are not let's go, because most of the time, those are the words. Alex Bauer, sophomore setter for BYU, starter, back again this year, preseason all Big 12. Goes deep corner. The hang and the tip. Everything going today for Brooklyn Connor. She is 13 for 16 in the 2 matches now. No errors.
Well, and watch Connor. The block is going to gauge how they jump off of her. And she jumped a little early and then hung in the air, so that ball falling really helped out.
Tough pass. Callahan tickles the tape, kept alive. Free ball swing, Barbero, the Washington State transfer. Kemavor crushes it at Hannah Langston, the libero. And then Kemavor makes sure she's okay after.
Well, and I think Kemavor was feeling that earlier block, and it was building. She really wanted to establish and get on the board.
3-2 Chippewas on the Cougars. Claire Little Chambers goes long, the preseason Big 12 Conference Player of the Year. Touch is being called by one line judge.
That's an interesting angle,
Point
though,
BYU.
to call that touch.
And he is the opposite end of the court, so that's interesting too. Because sometimes if you're Central Michigan, you go, you're way over there. What are you talking about?
I wonder if he had a line.
If he had line, thank you. Coach Wilson did not opt to challenge that. That means the Chippewas were like, yeah, that was in.
Or he had a line on the angle of seeing
the touch.
it. Yeah.
Thank you. Callahan, nice, up and over the top for Sophia Callahan, the return missionary from Peru. Spent 18 months not playing volleyball, and she's had about 9 months back to get in shape.
Well, and she looks fantastic. She's elevating well. She's hitting with a lot of range, very steady and poised.
Out of the back row, first offering from Kripe. Free ball from Davis. Well placed. Kemavor with the solo in the middle. 5-3 for the Big 12 block leader a year ago.
When you watch Kemavor and watch her eyes as she's gonna lean into that. Yes, she's tall, but she's gonna dive into that angle low and tight. She waits and watches so well.
Back set, inside of the block for Brooklyn Connor. We should mention Molly Beatty got the start for Central Michigan. They've been mixing it up with several of the setters, and so we'll continue to watch that one. Davis crushes it, 6-4.
Yeah, you talk about the setters, how important that is. Central Michigan, they've got 3 setters in the gym right now. Molly Beatty, a freshman setter, getting the nod for the start. So a big role for a freshman to lead this team, and Alex Bauer knows what that is like. She was a freshman setter as well, with a lot on her shoulders, coming in as a sophomore now and leading this BYU team, setting a terrific offense so far in her sophomore season.
Keelan Mill in its setter now for Central Michigan, so we'll keep an eye on that. BYU hitting 250, Central Michigan 200. A lot of juice in the gym, some solo blocks, some great attacks, some good defense. Both teams kind of settling in. Crowd much bigger than it was earlier for a couple of the matches. The students, of course, from BYU in the gym. So 6-4 and a different kind of match here on night one still. Both teams 1-0 as mentioned, and the Chippewas and Cougars tangle. Central Michigan eager to get out to the court. Now maybe they'll hang out a little bit. BYU's paying some bills with some sponsors.
Right, this
on the
early.
Court. We've got a minute.
I've never seen this before in a timeout.
I'll be honest, it's Nico's Pizza, and I love Nico's Pizza. So I'm not going to dog on it because I love their product. But so far, both teams settling into this one. What are some keys, some things you're watching for this matchup tonight?
Well, I think what's been so fun to watch that I didn't anticipate is both programs, it feels like a battle, like tit for tat, like, hey, you're going to hammer the ball down the line, I'm going to, then I'm going to block. They keep raising the stakes, which is so much fun as a viewer because that game just keeps getting more and more intense.
Ace by Emma Barbero, the Italian transfer from Washington State. BYU had 10 earlier today against Fairleigh Dickinson.
Well, I think that service game's so important. BYU spends so much time in the gym focusing on that first contact and making sure that they control that serve.
So this is the freshman Molly Beattie from Indianapolis, Canadian dual citizen. Wants to be an optometrist. Certainly has to have good eyes to play center as well. Davis off the block. High on the right side, down the line and in. 7-6.
And again, that right side of the court for Central Michigan, whether it's a slide or it's a high ball, they love attacking there, do a lot of scoring, hitting that ball tight down the line.
Media Davis, Bauer, high for Callahan, through the block and past the attempt of Taylor Kripe. What a first match for Callahan back from a mission. Able to really contribute for BYU. 6 kills at 5:45, 2 aces, 3 digs, 3 blocks. Right at Langston. That was quick. Down the line. Past Callahan by Maggie Hewitt, the sophomore from Spring Grove, Illinois.
And you can see that push to the outside so fast, right? It didn't have a lot of time for a block to get set up, and when you're in system like that and running such a quick offense, it really causes the defense some problems.
Lulu Uluave into pass for Callahan now. Shoved inside of the block by Davis. You don't see a freshman with that move very often.
Range.
It takes a year to.
Yeah, exactly. Just having so many tools in the belt that she can go to, but she is a freshman who's been playing a lot of volleyball at a lot of high levels, coming off that U19 team with USA, training all summer long, playing internationally. She is really at the top of her game.
It was a big deal for her to be on that team. I'll tell you why in just a moment. Here's Kripe, the freshman, goes out. Suli Davis was named to the initial roster for the U17 and 18. She didn't make the team to go compete. She finally made it this year, and then she's the best outside hitter of the entire tournament.
Right, that's
incredible.
A big award to get.
She was happy, literally, to be there, and then she contributed in a major way as she goes long. Big-time recruit, the Prep Volleyball National Player of the Year, Under Armour All-American, next MVP, and she believes in BYU and this coaching staff and wants to be in Provo. 10-8 after the service error. Davis, a lot of serve, receive, receptions right now. Sky high from Olin. Little Chambers hangs. Claire Little Chambers, first kill. Gets BYU to point 11.
And BYU with multiple opportunities because defensively they were scrappy, popping that ball up, giving their team multiple chances to swing, and that's tough against a team like BYU. You give them 3 or 4 times, they're gonna win that rally.
Quick down the line, Mia Lee with the dig. Kripe. Beattie through the block for Abby Olin. Preseason All-MAC player, spent 2022 at Michigan State. earlier today against High Point, had 6 kills, hit 308 to go with 6 blocks. 11-9, set 1. Number 19 BYU and Central Michigan. Izzy Swears. Little Chambers. Got married in the offseason, added Chambers to the name. Her husband Gavin's on the BYU men's volleyball team.
And that high swing again. Little Chambers getting her feet to the ball, having to reach and hit those high hands.
Right now it's a slower tempo to Claire, but it's working for her.
Yeah, I think you let her utilize that. She hits very well out of system, right? More blockers, the better for Claire, and she'll get that kill. I think that's what made her so good last year, is she was probably even better when the game was on the line and everyone in the gym knew where the ball was going. She was able to get the kill because of that power and range.
She went from 75 kills as a freshman to 427. That one goes outside the antenna. Davis didn't pass it well, and then she immediately pointed at the antenna like, no, that was out. Claire back to serve, the junior from Temecula, California. Her dad's a firefighter. He was heavily involved in helping fight those devastating fires in Southern California last year. Block was late, Callahan sat in the middle, and Hewitt made her pay.
Well, you like Callahan turning to Alex Bauer as the setter. Sorry, right? Like, you're right back. Do not leave me wide open with no block. That could be devastating.
Olin. One-hander from Davis, who avoids the net. Set over, and nicely done by Keelan Mill, the junior from Yorkville, Illinois. Second assist last year, spent 2023 at Idaho, knows the region somewhat.
And Mill made great choices on when to go over onto, especially in their earlier match when the defense is in disarray, right? And no one's watching the setter. That's the time to set that ball over.
They're looking for a new setter because Ali Korba transferred to Marquette, the max setter of the year. Kemavor. Off the touch of Grace Thomas. 14-12 Brigham Young.
Central Michigan really sticking with this. This is a very high-level volleyball where you see both these teams executing. They're not giving away a ton of points, not a lot of unforced errors. Both teams hitting 385, 438.
The slide on the net, popped up by Callahan, put over by Barbero. But a double.
Right, you can double as much as you want when it's on your side, right?
Yep.
That first or second contact, but
Yep.
the third, if you're gonna go over the net, it's gotta be clean.
That's a new rule that started last season. I think we're all used to it by now. Took a sec, to be honest. Last time, nope, doesn't matter.
The ugliness. Yeah, setters of the world just like cringing that they even decided to be good.
Davis has to reach up for that one. Right side, tip. Nicely placed by Izzy Swears, the sophomore from Hudsonville, Michigan. 6 kills earlier today.
You know, we talked to Coach Wilson before this tournament, and she just talked about how she felt like this team was ready to work and come in and day out and fight to get better each time, and I really like what I've seen with them. They just seem to be really focused and unafraid.
Timeout on the court, BYU. Callahan is blocked. Central Michigan takes the lead, 15-14, as you're watching NCAA Women's Volleyball on ESPN+.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Oh, yes, sir. All right, who's ready to kick off the season?
packed house in the Smith Fieldhouse for number 19 BYU and Central Michigan. 15-14, Chippewas up on BYU. Both teams have exhausted one of their 2 timeouts here in set number 1. Molly Beatty, the freshman. At Davis. Davis crushes that one. 4 for 7 for the freshman.
Well, and you can see that these teams just focusing on putting the pressure on Davis, making her pass and hit, because it's a big load to be that 6th rotation hitter as a setter. So far, she's handling it.
And the ace for BYU, their 3rd of the set. Sophia Callahan launches one.
And 2 quick points for BYU out of that timeout. That's exactly what the coaches want and puts them back in control.
Another one! DJ Khaled in the house. Timeout. Aria Wilson and the Chippewas as Ace Man lays down a 4th ace for BYU in this set out of the timeout.
Well, look at that, 3 quick points, boom, change, right? Like, Central Michigan is like, wait, we were just up by 1, what just happened?
You guys just called a timeout.
Yeah.
What just happened? Some good offense so far for both squads. BYU hitting 300. Central Michigan hitting 400, so some high-level offense so far, Amy.
Yeah, and that's just good volleyball, because what it is nobody's giving points away. In order to get a point, you have to work for it. You've got to be better. You've got to have a good shot. You've got to hit corners.
See Swearzy, Hewitt, Connor combining for 6 of the 8 so far for BYU. Davis, Little Chambers, Callahan, Kemavor have the 10-4 from Suli Davis, who picked up where she left off earlier. As BYU leads at 17-15 on a 3-0 scoring run here in set number 1. Scoring update on the women's soccer game just outside this building at Southfield here at BYU. Number 11, BYU taking on Auburn 0-0 in the 18th. Last week on Saturday, BYU beat number 4 UCLA at home. That was a big win, has launched BYU up to number 11. They've been to the Final Four in 21 and 23 recently. Off the tape, back over from Davis. The reach from Thomas. Oh, the D-ball to Callahan. No one home, pushed back. Callahan reaches it. Bauer in transition to Davis. And she gets it to go, and she's pumped. 5 for 8. Good defense by BYU there.
Oh, and a missed opportunity, Central Michigan with no one up, having to tip that ball. The BYU is able to transition. And Suli Davis, just so much energy.
Nice hit for Maggie Hewitt. BYU looking at each other like, you got it? No, I got it. 18-16.
Yeah, and that's a tough one too, that deep corner. Hewitt, just a sophomore. For this Central Michigan team, just going to the corner. Nobody's playing defense there.
Slide to Mia Lee, speaking of deep corner. The 6-foot junior from Vineyard, Utah, nearby. Had 3 kills, 4 blocks earlier today. You talked about the juice from Davis. That's on a 2nd match right now. They played earlier.
Yeah.
Natural to be tired. Here's Suli Davis. You hear the Central Michigan bench clapping there. Uluave, one-handed set over by Bauer. That might have been going out. Davis keeps it in. Little Chambers off the block and out, 20-16. BYU opens up a 4-point advantage with 5 to go.
And right now, that transition game for BYU working well. They're able to convert, create opportunities defensively, popping that ball up and then convert them.
Suli Davis into the net. BYU with 4 service errors, Central Michigan with 1.
Well, and here's Central Michigan opening that door back in. Abby Olin, middle blocker. She's been so dynamic in shutting down this offense.
Grace Thomas, the other middle blocker with Olin. Little Chambers with another one. She's 4 for 6. So your 2 outside hitters are 9 for 14, no errors.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's about as good as it gets.
Right.
CMU has used both timeouts already. They don't have one. BYU up 4 with 4 to go. Leah's got some speed on that float. Tipped, Kemavor keeps it up. It must have been Little Chambers that touched it.
Looked like it was Kemavor.
And Little Chambers puts it down. I thought that Kemavor touched
But
it
maybe
twice.
that's a block.
Yeah,
right?
you're right, you're right. The first one could be the block. Yep.
Yeah, I guess she was on the ground, but that's okay.
That's the end of the play. 22-17 now, no contest from CMU. Of note, Natalia Raymond, the senior from Poland who led the team in kills, second in digs, injured, unavailable all weekend. That's a big missing piece
very big
for
loss.
the Chippewas, we should mention. What a great pass, Beatty. Little Chambers detonates, 5 for 7.
Well, and again, creates and converts. Ululave laying out to pop that ball up and get it in perfect position for Bauer to get it back out to Little Chambers, who just has been so dynamic. As we get a good look at Natalia Raymond on the bench, she would love to be out there helping her team.
Largest lead is set for BYU. Off hands, they needed that one. Swears gets the kill, 23-18. They need a run from the line. This is how they started the set, with Swears at the line. The former high school first-team All-American, Izzy Swears on the serve. Lulu. Davis blocked on the triple. They knew it was coming. They go again, this time tipped to the back row. What a play. The triple was up again, and Davis gets her 6th kill of the set. She is a true freshman. This is her first day of games in college.
Already 6 kills in this first set. Unbelievable, and just the poise to figure out she's gonna reset the play by hitting into the block, and then they run it again out of the back row. What an outlet for this BYU team.
And she shoves it to back left. Handcuffed on serve receive. Kripe, right at Barbero. This is for the set. Davis high, tight from Little Chambers. What a dig from Kripe, joust at the net. They'll reset. Here comes Little Chambers again. And she was awesome too. 6th kill for Claire Little Chambers too. And BYU's outsides dominated.
Well, and coming out of that first timeout, right around the middle of the set, 15-16, BYU did not look back. Came out of that and just really turned the dial to the next level to finish that off.
6 kills for Claire Little Chambers and Sulie Davis. If you average 3 in a set, you're good. BYU takes set 1, 25-18.
Brady Plus is a nationwide distributor providing supplies plus support in Jansan, food service, and industrial packaging. We deliver tailored solutions to make customers more productive, more sustainable, and more successful. Whether you're maintaining a clean and safe facility, running an efficient restaurant, or protecting products during transit, we have the expertise to solve your toughest problems. At Brady Plus, your biggest challenges are our best solutions. Learn more at bradyplus.com.
Now that BYU is in the Big 12 Conference, it's no surprise. The Cougars are facing some tough competition. As a business owner, you experience the same thing every day with your company. So let's work together. You'll be a vital part of our team by supporting BYU's 623 student athletes, and we'll assist your organization in getting the results you want. Email sponsorship at byu.edu. That's sponsorship at byu.edu today. BYU Athletics and your business. Let's team up.
Anybody that played fantasy football would know Julius Thomas. You had to have him.
I signed the contract I always wanted. I proved that I could be one of the best tight ends in the NFL, but it doesn't fix this.
The biggest fight a player is ever going to have is the fight with himself. And that's a daily battle.
That was when I understood what my calling was, to go help people in their suffering.
Every Everything we do at BYU begins and ends with our students in mind. The most important work we do is building our students spiritually and intellectually. Strengthening each student's faith and testimony in Jesus Christ has always been a part of BYU's mission. You've entered to learn. Now go forward to serve.
When it hitting 406, Suli Davis goes 6 for 10, no errors in set number 1. And Claire Little Chambers goes 6 for 9, no errors. It doesn't get much better than that.
It doesn't, especially pins on the outside. They're taking a lot of swings. Some of them aren't perfectly in system. BYU 17 kills in that first set. So 17 of their points were kills. Like a really impressive offensive show in that first set.
If you're Central Michigan, you're going, okay, we got 10 kills. We hit 269.
Yeah.
We played pretty well. Well, BYU put the pedal down at the end of that set. They really relied on 12 and 25 to get it done.
Right, and now the challenge is to be consistent and good over time, right? Can you maintain that high level of execution?
This place is hopping. A massive amount of students here. Packing the house. Opening weekend for everybody moving in. The only issue is trying to find a parking spot. That's the only issue. But other than that, amazing juice in the gym. As we begin set 2, Central Michigan on the left of your screen, BYU and the Royal on the right. Central Michigan 24-7 a year ago, BYU 19-10. Alex Bauer, BYU sophomore starting setter, will start things in set number 2 here on ESPN+. Jerem Jordan, Amy Gant with you. Tip off of, not the block, it just went out, so BYU gets the point
And
there.
actually, that was a really fantastic set from Kripe, but I don't think anyone thought she could push it out that far, and so, you know, hitters weren't ready for it, but it was a nice push.
Let's talk about Kripe for a second as that one goes out. Had 11 kills, 6 aces in the first set, first match in the first set. Here, 0 for 4. Did struggle hitting, had 36 attempts at 0-2-8. They did not give her the ball hardly at all in set number 1.
No, and as a freshman on the floor, that is tough, and she really, Coach Wilson has a lot of faith in her and what she brings to the team. She made her a captain as a freshman, which is pretty impressive.
So we'll see what kind of adjustment they make there as Sophia Callahan probably trying to go high hands, didn't go high enough as Olin gets the block.
Well, I think
Swears.
that could have been a reset that she was hoping to have some coverage.
Good call. Callahan gets no touch. She calls for it to Heather Olmstead, who flashes the green card. And there's a challenge for BYU of touch. In conference play, they'll be able to make just a C with their hand and not have to grab the card, but not in non-conference. So we take a look for a touch. Initially not seeing one there. Callahan's convinced she
It would have to be
got
that
one.
pinky in the middle of the screen, the left hand.
Hard to know. Trajectory doesn't change a ton. So they will take a look. Kayleen Cragen. Now she has access to more angles than we give her too. There are other ones in the gym, and she can zoom in. That's kind of a cool feature that I didn't know was available. Just look at us creeping in, watching her here over the shoulder, and no big deal.
Well,
and
she's
she
got
takes a look
5
at
other people around her.
exactly all the angles, and no pressure there. Like 3,000 people just waiting for you to do your job. There's a look from up top. It'd be hard to see the touch here, but trajectory doesn't seem to change. You get 2 wrong challenges in women's volleyball. NCAA men's volleyball, you get 3. 3, you have a little more breathing room. With 2, you miss 1, you're a little nervous. You just have the 1 for the rest of the match.
Yeah, that's
unless
tricky.
you go to 5, and you can get a up to second one. You can't carry 3.
Well, I think what's interesting coming into the second set and the challenge of finishing a set so strong by BYU. When you are playing perfect volleyball, that's fun, but inevitably you hit, you know, a challenge there down the roller coaster, and so you've got to be able to come back. And so for BYU having a couple of errors to start the second set, how will they balance when things aren't going their way every time? Can they continue to fight through that?
So that challenge missed by BYU. Central Michigan keeps the point. 3-1 Chippewas. Here's Swears. Matt Davis. Bauer. Kemavor blocked. Callahan from Sumi Davis out of system. 3-2.
Well, and good adjustment again from Callahan, having a couple errors and then bouncing back, still swinging hard, making nice shots.
Blair Little Chambers had 3 aces against Bailey Dickinson earlier today. There's Kripe with her first kill. The freshman from Goodland, Indiana. Undersized at 5'8", but a very good passer, and you saw how high she can jump.
And I think in general, Central Michigan doing a nice job staying in system, keeping that ball control up to the net.
Davis, quick work.
And look how Davis has such a quick arm. She's really able to take advantage of the slight hole in the block, close it down quick because she finishes fast.
I'm trying to finish my basement right now. I wish the subcontractors I have would do the same. Slam dunk in the middle, nicely done by Abby Olin, 5th year, who had 36 solo blocks last year, a Central Michigan record, 8th most in the country. You love that experience and athleticism in the middle. She will serve it up. Davis wanted it back. They gave it to Mia Lee for the kill. BYU up a set, 25-18, 5-4 here in set 2, Central Michigan up. Callahan will serve for the Cougars. Junior from Encinitas, California, Torrey Pines High School, and she gets the ace. Callahan with 3 aces already in this match.
Well, and there's a lot of different ways to get aces, right? You can go for corners, you can really hammer the ball. What Callahan is doing is going for seams, attacking the communication of the passing lanes.
Into the net, 6-5, BYU takes the lead back.
And right now for Central Michigan, what they're doing in the passing lanes, they're passing with 3, but then they're gonna quickly hide Maggie Hewitt. So it's, in essence, 2 passers, so that's a lot on the freshman.
And that is the first error of the weekend, of the day, on the big stuff by Brooklyn Connor, who had basically been unblockable up to this point. Timing was a little off on that slide. 7-5 Cougars. Kripe out of the back row. I'm telling you, that's incredible. She's 5'8" and flying.
And is just gonna hammer. It is gonna be a lights out swing regardless of what's in front of her.
She just sees 6 nails on the other side.
Yeah.
7-6. Kripe heating up. 2 for 2 in this set after 0 for 4 in set 1. Molly Beatty, the freshman setter. Barbetto, Bauer, slide to Mia Lee, out. We are tied at 7. BYU hitting triple zeros early in this set after a fantastic set 1 hitting 406. CMU also hitting triple zeros. Both teams have decided they're going to defend in this set. And there's an ace from Beatty. Her second of the season for the Canadian dual citizen from Indianapolis.
And just watch, the bottom drops out right over the net. Really tough to get to.
And the first of the match for the Chippewas. Coach Wilson giving Beatty the location. She turns the wrist. Area 1 there. Oh, Davis wanted it. She got stuffed. Grace Thomas all over it. 9-7 Chippewas on a 4-0 run.
And Swears as well, getting in on that really shutting down both those blockers, putting one hand into the seam to take away the angle.
And the first error from Davis of the match, by the way. That was kind of a wrist away serve into the BYU bench. You don't see that too often, where almost a no look. We're used to it with Patrick Mahomes now, of throwing the no look, but that was almost a no look serve, but it went out. 9-8 Chippewas. Both teams 1-0, one earlier today. And a billiter in for BYU. One-hander, Lee resets on the touch. Kripe right at Lulu Uluave for the kill. Kripe was frozen in set one. She has thawed.
Well, you love Kripe out of the back row, showing she can hit both angles, right? She's hitting wrist away, she's hitting cross court, so as a block, you don't know exactly where to line up.
That looked like Happy Gilmore. Is it hockey season yet or what? Davis into the net, back-to-back errors for Sully Davis. 11-8, Central Michigan.
And Central Michigan just playing steady, right? Just each play, steady, not pushing too much, and that's something Coach Wilson wanted to work on. She calls it consistent effort.
Little Chambers, soft blocked. Swearzy reset it, but under BYU. Couple screws loose right now, timeout. BYU, they got to talk it over because Central Michigan is up 12-8 here in set number 2. We'll step aside, Chippewas up by 4.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Oh, yes, sir. All right, who's ready to kick off the season?
Coach Wilson, 4-time national champ, and you see she wants area number 1. She wants to target Sully Davis. The freshman here again is Maggie Hewitt is going to serve. So here we go. So this ball should go to Davis. 25 for BYU, and it does. Well executed. Well, Little Chambers executes better. 12-9. BYU needed that point. It was a 7-1 run for Central Michigan. Chippewas inserting themselves a little bit.
Yeah, that
Chambers,
was a much
7 for
needed.
11, no errors. Amy, still errorless.
Still, and that side out, so critical for BYU to work their way back in.
Mia Lee's got a nice serve. I didn't see that a ton last year. Kripe. BYU under. And BYU's confused on that one.
You know, that's a call we've seen a lot this weekend, I think.
There's been an
The
emphasis on that with the
officials have
officiating.
really been dialed into that, especially on the setter stepping over the line.
It's not a challengeable play. Grace Thomas. Little Chambers again off the block. Cuts it to 3. Player who has at least one of everything but an assist right now.
And right here, BYU rotating into one of their strongest scoring runs with Alex Bauer behind the service line, a 3-hitter situation with Kemavor, Callahan, and Little Chambers.
Beatty, Swearzy inside of the block. Grizzly leading the way with 5 kills on 10 attempts for the Chippewas, which is, of course, the large Native American group primarily in the Great Lakes region. Chippewa is the English derivation of Ojibwa. Don't act like you didn't learn something tonight. That one goes long. Another cool thing associated with the culture of the Chippewas is at the start of all home events, there's a welcome of love, a traditional greeting called the Chimiquetch that they do to honor the Chippewas. That's awesome. 14-11. Set over, nicely done.
Well, and you talk about every home match. They don't have one for a long time, right? Central Michigan is on the road for 5 weeks.
I've never heard of a team doing this.
Well, and High Point is too, right? Both of them, October 3rd.
Well, now I've heard of it.
First home match this season.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Road Warriors. Off the touch, Callahan got the touch. 15-12. 4 for 9 for Sophia.
You know, you like watching Coach Wilson, very calm, talking to her team, teaching them. She just turned to her blockers. You're fine. You know, you're doing well. Let's stay steady and continue to work through everything. Just really impressed with this team, this first-year coach, this team that's, you know, their second match of the season.
Into the net for Connor, who had 12 kills on 15 swings, no errors earlier today against High Point, and now has a second error in this one. 2-point set. BYU won the first set, 25-18. Barbero. Left-handed into the candy cane. That's point BYU.
No.
Oh, off of BYU.
You know what? BYU touched the net. They hit the antenna before.
Oh, okay. They've given Central Michigan the point. We'll see if Heather Olmstead challenges it. Remember, she's down to 1 challenge.
Yeah.
She can challenge that it was not out or was not net. It can be bundled here.
Well,
Another
we can look and see the timing of it. Because, yeah.
The timing is everything. Does the ball hit the antenna first, or does the hand of Sophia Callahan? BYU did not challenge it. Mia Lee, thunderous. It's like she took a hold of Thor's hammer there and just put it down. Mjolnir, my goodness.
The team needed a kill, but a team needed a kill like that. That got the crowd into it, and that got a little more energy for them to try to work their way back in this set.
Suli Davis, slam dunk, 1-point set on the overpass kill. First of the night for BYU. Ace man up top has laid down 5 aces. He lays down OPKs as well. That's next level stuff. Davis, 8 kills. BYU reached over. Central Michigan on the slide. Oh, no one was up. That's a tough break for Brooklyn Connor, who goes from near perfection to a 3rd error. Look, nobody's there.
And it was just so quick. So hard to get into that rhythm and try to slow down your approach.
16, 3-0 BYU run. Block put out. CMU takes the lead back.
Maggie Hewitt just steady, getting that kill. 16-16. What fun volleyball. We saw just so different from the first set.
Beatty down the line at Little Chambers. Davis cross court. This is back over. Davis calls for it. Bauer, all option slide. Pancaked up. That was great. Slide to Lee. Still alive by Beatty, who laughs it off. Excuse me, Kripe. Again, Davis. CMU can turn it. Hewitt. One-handed dig. Barbero runs into Bauer. Davis puts it away. Great defense from both teams. That was incredible.
These kind of rallies, to me, feel like a poker game. You're all in by the end. You've given everything you had, and whoever gets it gets all the momentum. BYU a big win to pull out the best rally we've seen so far in this tournament.
Davis will come out. She won't serve. Hannah Billiter will come in, who led BYU in aces with 42 a year ago. 17s in set 2. She goes out. There's not too many other sports where you have zero warm-up in any way, shape, or form, and you just come in and have to do the thing.
Oh, yeah. After a rally like that,
Yes.
when you're all pumped and
Yes.
you didn't have any outlet for that.
Yes, the backup quarterback can
adrenaline.
throw some passes on the sideline. Hewitt. That goes out too. 18s.
And this is a chance right here where the coaches are like, okay, how do you play under pressure, right? Because that's what this is, 18-18, sets coming down to the wire. How do the teams respond?
Here's Mia Lee. She's got some pepper on this float. And that's an ace. BYU with the point, Mia Lee.
You're gonna challenge? Interesting to see. That's a
think
tough
so.
one right there.
First ace for Mia Lee of the season.
Oh, that was in.
Yeah, absolutely. How about the flying Alina Anderson? Back-to-back for Mia Lee, 2018. Timeout, Chippewas.
Look at that location, so tough. That outside hitter wants to go hit, doesn't want to pass. So serving right in that seam, really tough communication.
7 aces for BYU and a 3-0 run now to go up 20-18 at the end of this set. Central Michigan scored 18 points in the first set. BYU inserted themselves a little more in set 1 to win 25-18. They're trying to do it now. The difference is Chippewas didn't have 2 timeouts. They could kind of slow BYU down here in a way that maybe they couldn't in that first set. As Coach Wilson talks to her team, first season for the Penn State alum, USA volleyball alum, 3-time All-American, 4-time national champ. She knows what she's talking about.
There's nothing she hasn't done. Well, and you
For
talk
BYU,
about,
they've got Heather Olmstead, who's been to 2 Final Fours as well. One as an assistant, one as head coach. We got 2 good coaches here tonight.
Very.
Look at all the aces the ace man is laying down. He's got the blue tape. I think he told me he's got about 30 aces in the bag. BYU had 10 aces earlier today against FDU. They've busted out 7. We're not done with set 2 play yet.
30's a pretty optimistic fan, though. That's a super fan right there.
That's definitely
It's
a
like, I'll need
JIC.
30.
Yeah, that's yes. Okay, here we go. End of set 2. BYU up a set. Mia Lee after back-to-back aces. Another good one. Better pass. And the answer by Grace Thomas, the sophomore from Dublin, Ohio. All-freshman team in the MAC last year. 2nd team All-MAC. One of the captains on this team.
And Central Michigan did exactly what they needed to do. Come out, get a pass set kill, and get back to serve.
Standing float is in! We are tied at 20. Grace Thomas with her first ace of the season, and it's a big one.
Coach Wilson said, that's perfect. Yeah, do that again.
Do it
Just
one more time.
Drop right on that back line.
Hops into it. This time a little shorter. Tight for Bauer. Joust won by Kripe. 3 in a row from CMU, and they take the lead back. 21-20. Timeout BYU, 2nd and final of the set.
And what a response from Central Michigan. Playing in this environment, down by 2, you take a timeout and then come back and score 3. Just such fight and poise.
Coach Wilson's probably saying, okay, what I just told you, we did it. Look what happens. As you see the joust at the net, the rare setter loses moment. Who pushes last?
I'll argue though, that's not a true joust.
Okay, it's
that's
a fake
like
joust?
Well, it's diving. What should I go for it? A true joust is when you both are going
You're
up like
both
we are
pushing.
both attacking this ball.
Who's pushing last?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's just, it's tough to navigate because you can't tell, like if you're Alex Bauer, you're thinking, am I gonna turn and be able to attack this and swipe it? Or am I gonna have to block because they can hit it at me?
You're right, Alex Bauer didn't win the joust, therefore it was not a joust.
That's exactly
I like
what
that.
I was
I like
saying,
that logic.
right?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And that's a good battle there with Kripe, again, who's 5'8".
Oh, I bet she can joust.
And gets up. I mean, height doesn't really matter with her. She jumps like she's a 6'2" player. So here we go. Central Michigan trying to tie the setup. Grace Thomas from the line. With the Chippewas up 1.
Yeah, and attacking Suley Davis, making her take as many as possible.
A little Chambers goes out. No touch. That's her first error hitting of the match. 22-20. No challenge from BYU. Remember, they're down to 1, so you gotta know, and there was not a touch on this.
And I don't think there was a touch on this.
Bauer, low for little Chambers and got it to go.
And you love the intensity of those last 5 points, right? Everything is just dialed up and so much pressure to perform and to execute. And right now for BYU in a good scoring rotation that Central Michigan wants to get out of as quick as possible.
Alex Bauer. That one dipped, it's over. Kemavor hit it out, oh my goodness. She missed it. Wide open and missed it. That would have tied it at 22. Chippewas take advantage, 23-21. Swears. At Davis. High for Callahan. Off of Anderson. Callahan with 5 kills.
Yeah, Callahan again just steady, and you see she's gotten her kills on both sides of the floor. On the outside, on the right side, just steady, smart shots.
Kripe off of Kemavor. Set point, Central Michigan. And Kripe will serve the freshman. A captain as a freshman. That is incredible. They've been together a couple weeks. Davis gonna get this back. Rises up, puts it back over with the left hand after the block. Barbero keeps it alive. Little Chambers, this is at the net and then put down by Brooklyn Connor to take set 2, 25-22.
And you love Central Michigan just coming out after a rough loss in the first set where it felt like BYU could do no wrong. They stayed patient and steady and fought their way to tie this one up.
An unforced error on that set. Kemavor didn't put it away. A couple of points there. 7 ties, 5 lead changes. We are tied at 1 set apiece. Set 3 coming up after this break.
Rise and shout with an official BYU card exclusively at Mountain America Credit Union. Get it as debit or credit and in 2 designs. Enjoy more rewards and lower rates. Show that you are loyal, strong, and true. Get the BYU card made for you only at Mountain America. Apply online at macu.com/GoCougs.
The power of we is all for one. It's all for you. It's always there for you. It completes your circle. It says you've got a team even when you're out there alone. And with Intermountain Health in your circle, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Everything we do at BYU begins and ends with our students in mind. The most important work we do is building our students spiritually and intellectually. Strengthening each student's faith and testimony in Jesus Christ has always been a part of BYU's mission. You've entered to learn. Now go forward to serve.
This field belongs to the ones who take it. This season doesn't come with the script. This is where everything is earned, and we mean everything. We don't do handouts here. You want the spotlight? Earn it. You want to shine different? Prove it. 30 years strong, and we keep shining brighter. This is Big 12 football. This is a different league.
How about Taylor Kripe in that set? We talked about she was 0 for 4 in the first set. 6 kills on 6 swings in set 2. She was perfection.
And took such a huge passing load as well. She's just a freshman, right? She's passing most of the court. She's hitting. She really has stepped in and carried such a huge load. And she's 5'8". You know, that's a player that's like, don't call me undersized. I'm going to go out there.
Dare you.
Yeah, exactly. You love to see that kind of fight.
Chippewas hit 348 in that set. BYU 154. BYU led 20-18. Central Michigan pulled away 1 by 3. We are tied at 1 set apiece here on a Friday night in Provo, Utah, where we've got a double dose of incredible women's athletics going on in this gym right outside, just to the south at aptly named South Field. BYU number 11 in women's soccer in the country taking on Auburn. It is 0-0 at halftime in that game. Arkansas coming into town for women's soccer Tuesday. That could be a top 10 matchup depending on what happens. Then Utah State next week for BYU. They play 3 more home games here. High Point tomorrow, and then next Thursday, Northern Colorado, Wichita State Friday. Incarnate Word, who lost to Oklahoma earlier today, coming in on Saturday. All of this on ESPN+. 'Tis the season to stream,
Best
baby.
time of year.
Of course, football going on. People around here excited about BYU versus Portland State. The season opener tomorrow night, also on ESPN+. A lot of excitement about the new true freshman quarterback, the first true freshman to start game 1 for BYU ever. Bear Bachmeier. Jake Retzloff, of course, transferred to Tulane in July. That's why, but Bear Bachmeier going to become the first true freshman to start game 1 for BYU ever. So people are excited. BYU just outside the top 25. So we'll see if a win means top 25 next week. Great crowd from the Roar of the Cougars or Rock student section. You get the people that want to be here at the volleyball match, and then you get the people that couldn't fit into the soccer game. That combination is what you're seeing here, which is pretty incredible. BYU, one of the more notable volleyball schools in the country in terms of having both men and women's volleyball, and perennially top 20 in both.
Right, and the men's team here to support the women tonight as well, which is a nice athletic. I think all the different athletes support each other in their different activities.
Great juice in the gym. Freshmen excited about being on campus for the first time. And then there's everyone else who knows. To me, there's 2 kinds of BYU fans. There's the ones that know about volleyball and the ones that haven't yet. We are underway in set 3. Free ball from Davis. Kripe dug up for the first time since set 1. Down the line. Wow. Langston on the dig there. And then the bullet out of the back row. Hewitt feeling it. A youth movement. Again, no Natalia Raymond out of Poland, so they've had to rely on other players, and they have delivered. Swears tickles the tape. And Kemavor couldn't catch up to it. Olin put it down 2-0 CMU.
Well, and there's that start again for Central Michigan. Can BYU generate that kind of fire to bounce back and work their way through whatever struggles they might have? But you love to see Central Michigan just fight. They're going to push through and keep that foot on the gas.
Overpass. Beatty, Olin, 3-0 Chippewas.
Well, and this is where you feel that the Chippewas are on the attack. right? They're definitely on the offensive. BYU on the defensive. Everything is just a step behind, a step slow. Those first 3 points just really without much of a fight as BYU goes down by 2 or 3.
Olin 4 for 6, hitting .500. Tough pass, Barbetto. Back to Little Chambers, gets it to go. 10 for 16 for Claire.
And that play right there is why Claire Little Chambers is the preseason All-Conference Player of the Year, because with everything on the line and an out-of-system set, she can find a way to get a kill and get her team the ball back.
How about Davis not going up there and then that ball dropping?
Right, really picking your time. You don't want to always attack the ball, especially when you see that ball is not going to go over. The team is really struggling. Don't insert yourself.
Kept alive, Barbetto. To the back row, interesting there. Kemavor calls for it after the dig on Davis. Callahan smashes it. We're tied at 3.
And the great part about high-level volleyball as we look at this final swing by Callahan is when you play good defense, you're basically saying, no, not good enough, right? I'm digging that one, you got to do better, you got to do better. And so it forces these teams to raise their game and hit a better shot.
How about Kripe smashing that? She plays with such velocity.
And the camera not even flinching, right? Came within just inches. He's a professional. I was on the ground, but.
4-3 Chippewas, set 3, tied at 1 set apiece. A pass from Davis. High from Little Chambers. And that is the first assist for Claire Little Chambers, giving her one of everything. Little buffet style. Here's Barbetto, the Washington State transfer, starting libero now for BYU. The Italian. Right, tip. Davis didn't quite get the flipper up. 5-4 CMU.
And these battles back and forth, as Central Michigan has done a great job behind the service line, putting pressure on this BYU offense and disrupting it.
Mia Lee rises up, dug up by Kripe. Hewitt outside the antenna. That's where Liz McKnight, the ref, kind of ducks down and tries to get out of the way too. 5-5. Coming into your living room or phone in your car, wherever nowadays. Tipped over the top, but Barbetto, good cover. Back row attack from Little Chambers, out.
You love the communication to watch all of these players. So important to have that good culture, and you see each player taking responsibility. Hey, that set was fine, that was me, right? Like, that is a good teammate, and you see that on both sides.
Callahan came out a little too quick for Kaylin Cragen. She's got to run back. Uluwave in. She just got engaged last night. Uluwave to Viliami Puha, one of the defensive ends for BYU football. Congratulations to those two. Davis. Match high 11 kills for Suli Davis, the freshman. She claims Hawaii and Texas. You tell us where you're from.
This big. And a terrific set again. Bauer locating that ball as she's moving off the net. She really places it in a perfect spot for Davis to have a ton of space to hit into.
Absolutely. Here's Ellie Mortensen off the bench for BYU at outside. Comes in to serve. Played a bunch as a freshman last year. Uluwave on the dig. Here's Little Chambers, deep and too deep. That one goes long.
You will have watching
CMU.
Claire. She's like, I love it. I love it. Great set. I'm going to fix it. I love it.
I was wondering what she was saying.
Yeah.
I like your professional lip reader skill being put to use tonight. Mortensen on the service. Lee. Too hot to handle. CMU up 8-6.
All right, Central Michigan, here we go. Just that continued relentless pressure. They are not going to let up, and they just continue to press. Great serves, great defense and blocking.
Maggie Hewitt. Good service there for the Chippewas. BYU has 6. Cougars have 8 aces.
That's a pretty good ratio there.
Here's Mia Lee from nearby Vineyard, Utah, Mountain View High School. Had 3 kills, 4 blocks earlier today. Nice up by Uluave. Really nice up by Hewitt. Bump, cross court to Kripe, and she goes out. We are tied at 8.
They might challenge this play to see if there was a touch.
Oh, net is being challenged.
Oh.
Okay. Wilson challenging net, the BYU netted. So what they'll do is they'll go through the entire play, as you see some of the men's volleyball players there in that shot. So we'll check out the net. You got to watch it the whole play, right? It is bouncing a little bit. That means somebody bumped it. But you have to see that they netted. You can't just look at the net. That's not evidence enough.
And it's a critical moment. You know, just having that challenge this early, 8-8, I think both these teams know just how important this set is to the match and how it's been played. And I've just been so impressed with the consistency of both teams. You know, this doesn't feel like the first day of a season. The volleyball level is really high, not a lot of unforced errors, and it's really high-level volleyball that you don't usually get in August.
Central Michigan hitting 311, so amber is the color of their energy, and BYU hitting 257. So the guy in the white shirt right there, that's Gavin Chambers. That's Claire Little Chambers' husband.
And if you don't know, just look at his name tag.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a name tag. And then you see Ian Little, the guy on the right that just stood up. That's Claire's brother. So her husband is teammates with her brother. So he's had enough. He's out. He doesn't have time for this. So Central Michigan just got the point. BYU was into the net. Kayleen Cragen saying, yep, I saw on the reach over the top. So successful challenge for Ariel Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson. And Grace Thomas continues to serve. And I think that one hurts BYU.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Grace does serve. 9-8.
And I think that's a missed opportunity. That serves unfortunate because BYU back on its heels a bit defensively and needed to step in and try to fight their way back after losing a point they thought they had.
Here's Alex Bauer, her sister Whitney, set for 5 years here at BYU. She took over last year, so we're in year 7 of a number 7 Bauer setting for BYU, which is incredible. Caroline, mom played here. Dad Danny played basketball here. Grandpa Wayne played football here, so it's 3 generations. Bauer is back row, so she didn't jump on Kripe, who had the easy kill. 11-8, Central Michigan. There's Swears, the sophomore. No Natalia Raymond, the senior for CMU. Big absence. They're playing well though right now. Diggs come back over. Kemavora blocked initially. It finally goes down. Trying to make up for that miss at the end of set 2.
Well, and that timing's just so difficult to figure that out. Fortunately, that size will help you out at 6'5". But this is an opportunity. BYU been a little quiet in this third set.
Play a little Chambers. Set over. She's done that a couple times. Keelan Mill, the junior.
Really good at it. You know, there was no, it's very deceptive. She doesn't do anything until the last second, and then there's not a lot of air on the ball.
Yeah.
It doesn't go up and down. It's just straight over and down.
Yep.
So even if you saw it, it'd be tough to do.
Yes, she doesn't tip her pitch, to your point. Callahan. Nice dig by Kripe. Kemavor. Heather Olmstead told me after the match, hey, we're trying to find that middle connection a little more. And there it was. That worked. 12-10.
Kemavor has 9, and Mia Lee has 8 sets.
A little low from Hewitt. 12-11, 1-point set. Last year, Brielle Kemavor had 3 double-doubles. Now, you go, well, yeah, kills and digs. No. She's a middle blocker. It was with blocks. That's crazy.
It's a lot of blocks.
To have 10 plus blocks 3 times and have 10 plus kills, that was wild. One of those, I recall, at least one of them, was in 3 sets against Utah Valley. Timeout on the court. 12-11 the score in set number 3.
Utah is a special place. Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Is running right here. Oh, yes, sir. It is all quite astonishing.
It's already rolling now for this new season.
Energy high in the Smith Fieldhouse in Provo, Utah for Central Michigan and number 19 BYU. We're tied at a set apiece. Set 3 right now. Chippewa's up 12-11. Hewitt off the soft block. Barbetto there. Bauer over to Davis. Julie Davis heating up. Match high 12 kills for the freshman. And we are tied at 12.
You like watching Julie Davis when the setter is about to set because she claps her hands like, give me the ball, set it outside.
That's also her I've got it signal as well. On the slide, that one cut out.
I think that went over 3 different heads to go out, so BYU
including
feels lucky
yours.
in that one. Yeah. But Central Michigan really in this set in control. They're a team that's hitting .353 when they can run their offense. So they can get that pass up to the net. They've been consistent.
BYU on a 4-0 run. Trying to make it 5. Mia Lee with the left. BYU blocks it. 14-12.
And solid athletic play from Sophia Callahan because she's looking to get tooled. And she's going to get outside and press back towards middle back to prevent herself from getting tooled.
Keelan Mill, the setter, just had her entire team take a deep breath together. She just called a pseudo timeout. Okay, here we go. They all inhale through their nose, out through their mouth.
Oh, I love that.
Just take a moment. That was some leadership right there. Off the block. Davis. Bauer, one hand. Mia Lee, no problem. 6-0 run by BYU. 15-12.
And the same thing, Coach Wilson walk out. You're fine. You guys are fine. Let's settle down. And this is that learning experience, right? When things feel like they're streamlining, get that pass, focus on the next play.
Tickles the tape. Good read by Mill to keep it alive. At a system swing. Barbetto on the dig. Bauer. Callahan pushes into the middle. Sophia Callahan, BYU can't be stopped right now. 7 points in a row. Second and final timeout by the Chippewas. What changed for the Cougars?
Pretty nice bounce back, right? When things didn't seem to be going their way, they just found, I think, that solid consistency all the way around. You saw Alex Bauer get a lot of different players involved. It didn't have to be one person, and I think that's the difference this year. You don't feel like the weight of the world is on you to make the play because you look around and you know everyone else can do the job and make a play.
4 different players have had a kill during this 7-point run, to your point. Alex Bauer spreading the ball around. BYU will play High Point tomorrow at 4 Mountain Time. Feels like a weird time to play a game, right? That's because football plays at 6, so they're trying to get that one in before the match. And then Central Michigan will play FDU tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain. All here on ESPN+. Let's check out some of the highlights of this 7-0 run as this BYU fan base enjoying this one. Check that. It's been an eventful doTERRA Classic. Suli Davis with 12 kills for BYU and part of a 7-0 run. Saw this just a moment ago from Callahan. Davis keeps it up. Callahan off the block, reset for a 3rd time. Davis throws it again. She's got a bunch of tools in the toolbox that normally freshmen don't walk in with.
And a lot of
got the expansion pack.
Yeah, making the right choice of when to use it. But, you know, credit Central Michigan. They came in and developed a really good play. BYU just got a nice touch on the block that enabled them to keep this run going. Wow. Wow,
that dropped. That was like a Clayton Kershaw slider. My goodness.
That
Ace
serve.
man.
I don't know who passes that serve. That was really tough. Look at that. That had so much movement.
Emma Barbetto, 9th ace on the night for BYU, 2nd for her. Down the line, Bauer keeps it alive. Davis has to put this over, nearly did. Great hustle. CMU with the point. But wow, that ends the 9-0 run by BYU.
Nice swing down the line and pretty good up from Bauer. BYU can't get that up, and Central Michigan now gets to go back to work. Try to chip away at this lead.
Chippewa, very nice, Mia Lee. Sophia Callahan back to serve. Cougars up 19-13 in the pivotal set 3, tied at 1 set apiece. Jeremy Jordan and Amy Gant with you. Great to have you with us on day 1 of volleyball here in Provo. I know first serve was last week. A bunch of matches were played.
Really
in
good
the NCAA,
matches.
some really great matches. These teams getting started here as Sophia Callahan launches an ace. That's 10 for BYU. They had 10 earlier today as well. Largest lead of the match for BYU. Right over the top, nicely played.
Oh, Bauer was right there. She could have read that ball and just thought someone else would pick it up. And a missed opportunity defensively for BYU to make a play. Central Michigan come back here. What got them to the point where they were in the lead was really tough serving. See if they can come back and disrupt these passing lanes.
Slide to Lee, had to float back just a little bit. Great up by Anderson. Davis hits with ferocity, 14 kills for Suli, matching her total earlier today.
And Again, Davis just elevating. Terrific side out that just came with that transition play.
Zelly Mortensen, whose mom Nina Puikkonen was a tremendous player here at BYU. Big block by Mia Lee and Alex Bauer. Shutting down CMU, 22-14.
There's a block that BYU was able to really line up well on.
Mortensen down the line, just out. Oh, change to in. That's an ace for Ellie Mortensen. Will Coach Wilson challenges? She's walking over to the table.
Well, I think it was looking like it was going to go out and then just kind of dropped at the last second.
BYU up by 9 now. 2 to go. Good pass up to Beatty. Left-handed stab. Reset for BYU. Little Chambers. Nice dig by Anderson. Then the kill by Hewitt. 23-15.
And Hewitt getting a much-needed kill there. She's been a little quiet there on the outside, but for her 8th.
Hitting 154. Rudoave up to Bauer, has to push over. Back to the Bick. That was an aggressive set to Hewitt, and that one goes out. You got to be perfect on your timing for that one. Set point for BYU. Mia Lee to serve. Blocked by BYU for the set, 25-15, thanks to a 9-0 run in the middle of that set. The Cougars lead it 2-1. To set 4 we go after the break.
Utah is a special place. Our communities, the people, the history. There is no place quite like Utah. At Siegfried and Jensen, we're honored to say that we are from Utah. We live here, work here, and when someone is injured, we're proud to say we've helped a neighbor when they've needed it most. We know Utah. At Siegfried and Jensen, we're here for you.
Learn more at siegfriedandjensen.com.
These days, there's so much to do and not enough time, even for the things that matter most. Well, at Deseret Book, we want to give you resources that help make the most of your time. That's why Deseret Bookshelf Plus gives you unlimited access to Deseret Book's entire audiobook library. So you can listen to Insights from a Prophet's Life while you cook, The Second Coming of the Lord while you drive. You can even get Come Follow Me insights while you exercise, ensuring that you always have time for what matters most.
I did some soul searching.
I started praying. I said, whatever you're doing, just don't take this one.
Challenges come with pain.
There's no other story like it.
But pain will not win.
Your Jayhawks are national champions!
Pursue the dream.
Don't let anything stop you.
If I can make it this far, you can make it even further.
No matter what I do, all the glory go to God.
It's given me a great sense of purpose.
This is my life's work.
This field belongs to the ones who take it. This season doesn't come with the script. This is where everything is earned, and we mean everything. We don't do handouts here. You want the spotlight? Earn it. You want to shine different? Prove it. 30 years strong, and we keep shining brighter. This is Big 12 football. This is a different league.
Pack Smith Fieldhouse, BYU up 2-1 after winning set 3, 25-15, because in this match, they have 11 aces. Had 10 earlier today against FTU in 3. They've got 11 through 3 in this one, and that's been a big deal to try and get CMU out of rhythm.
Well, especially when the offense for Central Michigan was so good, right? To shut that down essentially in that third set was really tough because they were rolling, and we look at all these aces, they're really tough balls to pass, a lot of movement.
6 different players with those 11 aces as BYU now up 2-1. They're winning sets 1 and 3. And a great crowd here. BYU women's soccer update, by the way. BYU up 1-0, number 11 Cougars on Auburn at Southfield, which is literally 300 feet from where we are sitting, in front of also a packed house at Southfield. So here we go, set number 4. Jeremy Jordan alongside Amy Gant on a Friday night in Provo. It just feels right to be in the Smith Fieldhouse on a Friday night in Provo.
It does. We talked earlier how important it would be that serve pass game, and that's really what it's come down to, because the offense for these teams have been rolling. It's just been, can they get a pass up to the net to actually set it?
Kripe keeps it going. She's got 12 kills on 18 swings, having an outstanding match after a slow start in set 1. Perfect 6 for 6 in set 2. Had a good set 3 too. She had 5 kills.
She's hitting .556. It's pretty impressive.
Davis up to Bauer. Mia Lee. Mia Lee, the second middle blocker for BYU now to team up with Kemavor. Lee did not play a lot last year. Has worked very hard to get in the rotation now in her junior season.
Right, and she's been so consistent in this set. Just no errors, or only 2, but hitting over 300.
Back to Kripe. Barbado up for the task. Little Chambers is stuffed. 7th block for Central Michigan tonight.
And Kripe again. She unloads on that ball and then gets right back there to block it.
At 5'8", no less. She continues to impress. She will serve the freshman from Goodland, Indiana. This is match 2 in college for her. She digs that ball. Hewitt, 3-1 Chippewas.
Really like the tempo from Mill on that play, pushing that ball to the outside. That's a really fast offense that's gonna open up seams. See, that BYU block is not formed well, and so there's a lot of holes.
Goes short, too short. 7th error from CMU. We asked Ariel Wilson, first-year head coach for the Chippewas, where does the principles from Penn State kind of come out here? She said hard work, practice is going to translate to playing, next level thinking, and then the personality of the team, she says physicality, team culture, fun team, gonna be scrappy. I think we've seen all those things tonight. So that one goes long. Preseason pick to finish 3rd in the MAC. And this is all without Natalia Raymond, of course, the top hitter for CMU, out this weekend. Unfortunately, not going to see her with an injury. Bauer to Little Chambers. Nice, easy swing for the kill. She's got 11. So some outstanding freshmen leading both of their teams tonight. Kripe and Davis combining for 26 kills.
Yeah, really impressive showing, when usually that next level, the game just is so fast and it takes a while to get up and get ready, but.
Little Chambers with the block. BYU 7th.
Well, and you talked about BYU just really shutting down Brooklyn Connor, who struggled to get going after having such an incredible first match today.
Mia Lee. Inside of the block for Brooklyn Connor.
So that's exactly what the team is doing. Central Michigan's like, we've got to get Connor going. How can we do that? Hey, let's move her for being on the right side, have her run in the middle. She's a opposite, she's a middle, she can do it all. So let's find a way to open her up.
You see Mill out, Beatty in. So serve. Little Chambers, massive gap there. She put it in the perfect spot in area 6.
Up and over. The block was supposed to take that spot, but when you hit over it, there's nobody there playing defense.
5 up. There's Alex Bauer. He's got a knuckle float. Off hands. Point CMU.
That's again that quick set to the outside. Hewitt didn't really have to swing hard, just tried to attack the fingers out of bounds.
Hewitt, 10 kills, second player in double figures for Central Michigan. Kemavor goes long. Kemavor 4 for 10, hitting triple zeros. That connection typically 5 bars of Wi-Fi.
And she talks a lot with David Height during those last 2 breaks, just trying to figure out maybe the arm swing and the contact timing to settle in.
Oh, that was an easy dig for Hewitt, but I think she thought Swerz was going to get it.
Yeah, miscommunication there, missed opportunity to transition out of that as we get a good look at that high soft block. And for whatever reason, Central Michigan couldn't get there.
Little Chambers has 2 aces tonight. Nearly a third. Look at that bump set. Little Swerz. Davis. Ooh, that was nearly straight down, and then Kemavor finished it. It was almost an accidental dig.
Oh, for
Davis.
Sure. It was an accidental
Just
dig.
crazy reaction, right?
Everything about Davis was running to hammer that ball cross court. She turned at the last second, and defensively, if you're right back, you're thinking, oh, that's not me. But
hey, Beatty, good job just to get that up.
Really nice up.
7 up. Ace number 3 for Claire Little Chambers tonight. And how about 12 for BYU? 22 on the day.
And again, just low and flat and dropping right as it crosses the net.
Make it 2 in a row. 4 aces for Claire. Timeout CMU. First timeout of the set. BYU goes up 9-7 on a 4-0 run. We will step aside. BYU up by 2 in set 4. Trying to close this thing out, up 2-1.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Oh, yes, sir. All right, who's ready to kick off the season?
Look at all those aces. 13 now for BYU. My goodness. 9-7 in set 4. BYU up 2-1 in the match. Claire Little Chambers does not get 3 in a row. Hewitt hits it out. Point BYU, 10-7. Immediately Coach Wilson up. Maybe thinking there was a touch. She grabs the card. She shows it. And she is asking for a challenge of touch.
I think the team was like, might as well.
I believe they have 2 challenges left, so
Yeah,
at this
you
point,
got them.
try and slow down BYU.
Exactly.
You could use your second timeout if you want.
I think it's a win-win.
Now, we're looking at not just Kemavor, we're looking at Bauer, too.
Yeah, you had 2 opportunities to touch that ball.
We'll look at both.
Oh, it was closer for Bauer.
It's closer for Bauer. Doesn't seem like he touched it. You can hire me to do your Foley work if you need it. I've got it. It's Kaylin Cragen.
And I think for BYU, they're just behind the service line, staying steady. And Central Michigan struggling in that 3-hitter passing lanes.
Not even close to Kembavor. It's just whether Bauer got a touch. Yeah, it's way off PK, but does Bauer get a touch? I think it misses her.
Yeah.
I think this is, here comes Kaylin Cragen. She says point BYU, so no touch. Both teams down to 1 challenge. By the way, normally the DV Sport boys over there running replay, there's just one. They brought two guys tonight. 2 of the best in the biz. They've loaded up to make sure there was great replays tonight. What a pass. That was gonna go out. Bauer kept it alive, and then they send it over and then put down. Grace Thomas is like, my grace is sufficient.
Jeez, I don't know.
10-8. You don't think she said that?
It's a really nice swing. And a much needed point to get back within 2. She's been a good server behind the line. It's a good scoring opportunity right now for Central Michigan. Have Kripe in the front row.
It's Grace Thomas, a sophomore. Davis wants it back. And touch called. Central Michigan's like, I don't think so. There may be a challenge of no touch here. Grace Thomas saying, none of us touched it. Not on the block and not out of bounds.
It looked more like a touch for the block.
So a challenge of no touch. We didn't touch it.
And that's 2 quick challenges in a row.
Okay, so we take a look at the block and the dig. Immediately, no, we didn't do it. So we'll take a look at net cam here. Not even close.
There,
it's whether there was a touch there. Thomas went to go touch it, but did she?
Well, and those are the hard ones because when you're swinging at it, kind of similar to the Bauer, if you're touching it, it's going to deflect a lot more than if you're hitting through a block. She was pretty adamant she didn't.
Yeah, I am unsure as to whether she touched it. We'll take a look here from closest thing we have to a sky cam. She's trying to touch it. Does she? Ooh, it's close. Looks like it's off, but the other thing that's difficult is when the line judge gets hit with the ball, the natural reaction is to sort of protect yourself, and you sort of, I would guess, if it was me, lose a little bit of focus on what happened with that ball as opposed to, I don't want to get hit with this ball.
Well, and
they do a better job than I do. I want to say that clearly.
No, to be fair, when I'm line judging, I can't ever see it. Like, it's not even coming at me, and I struggle. It's having that distance, you're able to see it, but when you're in it and it's you,
it's difficult.
It is a tough call. So
Kaylin's
they do a good
long
job.
time. So yeah, well over the block. It's just whether Grace Thomas gets the touch. She's trying to touch it, does she? Did her actions meet her intentions? I don't think so.
But either way, having these 2 challenges in a row just really slows the game down. And you see the players in the huddles moving around. You know, Sophia Callahan's jumping up and down, trying to stay warm.
Yeah.
And this is the culmination of a full day of play. Both these teams playing 2 matches. And how can you get your body to just keep it up and play at that high level? Hear the crowd trying to stay in it as well, but this is tough when you have that long break.
Oh, you play some music, this crowd's just fine. These students especially, all they need is a beat. They don't need anything more than that. So here we go. Point BYU.
And I would
she couldn't tell that there wasn't.
I think that's what it was. We're not saying that there was a touch. It's you can't prove there wasn't.
I wish there was a a signal or we could hear them say that.
Right.
As opposed to,
I definitely saw it.
yeah, I definitely saw it, or honestly, I couldn't see it, so we have to keep the call on the court.
Yeah.
So now CMU is out of challenges. Their 2 are exhausted. Kripe off the block, 11-9. We now resume volleyball because it feels like we've played a little bit the last 5 minutes. Izzy Swears. 5 kills, 2 digs, 1 block. Picking on Davis. Backs it to Callahan. She is blocked. Barbetto on cover. Mia Lee.
And that play works so well for BYU because as a blocker, you lose sight of where she's even coming from. She is so far back on the court, stopping her approach. It's almost like she's a back row hitter, and so as a middle, you kind of can't track her as well.
That's a good point. She's not your traditional middle. The athleticism of her of, okay, I'm gonna kind of wind up to this with my footwork a little more.
Particular play, right? She's stopped, she's waiting, she's not on the move. There's a lot of patterns where middles will kind of shift with you, and if you're a middle blocker, you pick those up, the movement. But she's solid and behind the line, so you miss her, and she roofs it over the top of your head.
Here's Kripe, the freshman. Timing was a little off with Lee there. Sully Davis says, thank you very much. Sully with 16, which was her age 2 years ago. She's fun to watch, man. Big time recruit for BYU. 13-10. Cougars trying to close this thing out in 4. One-handed flipper to keep it alive. How about that from Mill? Little Chambers is blocked. Coming back to Little Chambers. Langston. Hewitt. Point CMU, touch called. Out come the Boo Birds.
But even if you're BYU, you're like, no, I can't do a challenge right now.
That enough, yeah. Unless it's super obvious. Olin, this is going out. Pounded again. Claire Little Chambers, 14 kills. She and Davis combined for 30. A 30 piece.
Little Chambers showcasing that gun of an arm. She's got a cannon, and so she hits with so much velocity, it's tough to control.
It's illegal in 9 countries. Tight, off the block, down off of Bauer, 15-11. Hear the roof from the crowd. They're not booing. BYU had a basketball player the last couple years named Fusini Traore, or Foos. So anytime we do anything, the whole crowd, Foos. Before that, in the early 2000s, Luke Staley, the Doak Walker Award winner. Luke, they're not booing you, I promise. Quick slide by Grace Thomas.
Perfectly located set as well. And that's a really tough one to get because you miss off the net on that set and you can't hit it. Really beautiful play.
The slide's tough to defend. If you execute it well and the timing's good, it's hard to match up on the block. It's hard to be there for the dig. Here's Beatty. Luave stepped in. Camavor cuts it to the side and gets it. 16-12 for Brielle. She's got 6 kills. She'll go with 5 blocks.
And watch Coach David Height after this play. The fist pump. He had been working with Camavor in the past few matches, just kind of working on that approach and the contact, and loved what he saw.
Bauer, that one dropped. Little Chambers on the back row, setter Beatty. 17-12, this is a critical time right now for CMU because BYU's pushing the pedal down. Timeout, Chippewas. They got to slow BYU down here, who's up 5 at the end of set 4 here. Second and final from CMU.
Right, it comes down to slowing down that serve. That serve from BYU has just been so deadly. You look at the coaching staff, for Central Michigan. Everyone involved trying to urge this team on, because like you said, Jerem, now's the time, right? This is the time to come back and work their way back in, which they can. They've shown it. They've got the fight. Just steady out and get that pass so they can run their offense.
They're hitting 474 in this set. Central Michigan 357, which is tough. You go, hey, we're playing great. Well, we're playing a little better. Both playing some high-level volleyball, as we mentioned. And they're not done for the weekend. Tomorrow, nice and early, Central Michigan will play Fairleigh Dickinson, FDU at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, and then BYU will play High Point at 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, both on ESPN+. That's the official football shirt, the Cougar Nation shirt right there. Get yours today. I don't have one yet. No one's given me one.
Really?
I guess I could go buy one like everybody else, you know? I could do that too. 17-12. Slide again to Grace.
Pass,
that's what's up.
Kill.
We all need a little Grace.
Pass that ball, good things happen.
Hewitt to serve.
Grace Thomas also just a sophomore, so another young player.
Yep. Tipped by Callahan with the left. 18-13. Can CMU chip away?
That was a tough save from Callahan. You could feel that ball just going really tight to the tape. She didn't have much choice and is able to stay out of the net as well.
Claire Little Chambers, new career high, 4 aces tonight. Right, hit it out. 19-13. They changed it incorrectly on the scoreboard to 18-14. Should be 19-13. We'll see if they catch it. There you go. Oh, Blur song 2 in the house. Nice. Bump set for Kripe. Wow. Again, 5'8" with a rocket launcher.
Well, and it's every single time. She's had 2 matches today where she took a ton of swings. She doesn't lose anything in the swing. She just continues to bring it.
Define ton of swings. It's 58 today now, okay?
That's pretty good.
That is a ton of swings. Suli Davis with her 31st swing, 17 kills. New career high, of course. I like how she claps. She makes it very like, hey, I'm right here. I want it.
You will.
You will set me.
This ball.
I'm hitting 484. Feed me. I'm hungry. 2014. BYU 5 points away. Beatty. What a set. What a swing by Izzy Swears. 6 for 14 for Izzy.
And again, that right side of the court has just been so good for Central Michigan. They weren't able to go to it when their passing broke down, but every single time they get a set out there, they have a great chance of scoring.
Off the dome of Davis.
Oh,
how about that? Living right. Third ace of the match for CMU.
And that bounced about 3 times on the top of the tape. You could see Davis crawling towards it to try to get there.
BYU trying to wipe up some moisture in the middle of the court. Alex Bauer trying to do it herself.
Well, I think that's a rough place, especially if you start slipping around.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
Not good.
And if you're out of timeouts, I do question the validity of that thing, but BYU does have timeouts. So it must be real. Swears, 2016. Chippewas need a run right now. Out of system. This is still alive. This is still alive. Off of the funnel up top in the field house. You gotta love it. Davis with the throwdown. Heather Olmstead employing her team. Let's go.
All right. Great shot, and you talked earlier about all the different choices Suli Davis is making, from off speed, down the line, no look, jam, tip, Just really impressive.
Who was that to? A little bit of mistiming there, 22-16. No timeouts for the Chippewas. BYU 3 points away. Callahan, that looked in to me.
I thought it looked out.
I would challenge that if I was BYU. Here comes Heather Olmstead. She's grabbing the card. She's consulting with her team. Does she officially do it? She's saying yes, she's going to challenge it out. And the crowd likes the challenge. And if only that kid's head was out of the way. And it's covered by Hewitt. Okay, not helping. Kaylin Cragen will hopefully have angles. We do not. I always know it's a good situation when one of the more high-profile administrators at BYU is texting me in or out. We couldn't tell either. Kaylin Cragen does have other angles that we do not. She can zoom in. So she's going to need to definitively see that it is in.
Well, and you talk about the high level that this crowd, oh, that's the shot right there.
Oh, I think it's just out, yeah.
Yep. But you look at the team and what these two teams have put together on the floor. Central Michigan hitting 263 for the match, but this set hitting over 300. BYU hitting 349, hitting 522 in this fourth set. Just really high-level fun stuff, and this crowd has been treated to great volleyball. That's a lot of fun.
And Kaylin Cragen says it's in. I thought we could pretty clearly see it was out. So that's point BYU. Heather Olmstead with a big smile there. And how about Sophia Callahan with 5 aces? A new career high. Her previous career high was 1. Right. This is to get to match point. Set over, finally dug by Davis. Way inside, takes a rip. Match point BYU.
Great heads-up play from Davis, finally digging that ball, just stepping off, popping it up, and then finishing to get her team within 1 of taking this match.
Match point BYU. Easy pushover for Brooklyn Connor, who went from 12 kills on 15 swings, no errors, to hitting in the negative tonight. He'll reset and get after it tomorrow. Match point 2. Slide to Mia Lee. Line judge says he couldn't tell. So what's the call?
Yeah,
Point CMU.
I think it was out.
Took a while to get that call. Liz McKnight consulted with the line judge, said I got blocked, I couldn't see it. Kaylin Cragen didn't make the call, so she had to make the call.
You can see that ball out. The defender's diving for it, even when it's out, and it bounces right in front.
Yeah, good call. Match point 3. Davis hits it out.
There you go.
24-19. Still not the track to land this plane for BYU, but we're up to match point 4.
Central Michigan wants a short serve to disrupt all those passing or the approach lanes.
Ace! 5 in a row. Timeout BYU.
It's a really nice swing. Or on that serve, good location. It looked like she was calling short.
And then
clearly
she went
it
deep.
wasn't.
Yeah. So check that, 4 in a row. BYU with still 3 more opportunities, if you will. We've seen crazy stuff in here before. CMU trying to hold on. Coach Wilson talking to her team in these late stages. It's going to be match point number 5. Heather Olmstead in there talking with her team, trying to close this thing out. CMU not giving up.
You got to draw up a play here and then come out, try to get that first ball kill, but it comes down to a pass. And right now, Central Michigan in control. They're serving really tough. And who else? Taylor Kripe. Of course, it's your second match as a NCAA athlete. Comes down to the wire.
With the ball in her hand.
Just ice cold.
Leading her team with 14 kills, hitting 440, 11 digs, so she got a double-double. Congrats, first of many career double-doubles probably. Match point 5. The bass in the gym, good. It shakes the camera. You've been seeing it all night. Match point 5. Barbetto comes in to pass that ball. Davis hits it out. That's the 3rd error for BYU in the last 4. 5-0 run by Central Michigan. Match point number 6. They bust out the Josh theme again.
Well, and what do you do if you're BYU? Do you go again to Davis? Do you set Lee?
Depends on the pass. You got to go outside here. Off of Davis, pushed over by Lee. Central Michigan in transition. Hewitt blocked, and that finishes it. It's a block that does it. And BYU wins set 4, 25-21, but not before 6 or 7 match points.
Well, and what a battle. That's not what you would expect on the first day of NCAA volleyball. Really impressive performance by both of these teams. And what a finish. Alex Bauer with the block. So excited for that win. That was hard fought.
She was the most excited because she was involved, but I think everyone was just relieved. And Alex was like, no, we did that. All those match points. How about the career highs from Suli Davis with 19 kills, Claire Little Chambers with 4 aces, Sophia Callahan with 5 aces. BYU put up 14 aces, and the Cougars take down Central Michigan 3-1. But this was a battle. And the Chippewas now 1-1, BYU 2-0. As we take a look at some of the highlights from this one, BYU hits 313, Central Michigan 250. Tomorrow, CMU will take on FDU at 10 a.m. BYU will take on High Point at 4 Mountain. All of these matches on ESPN+. Thanks to our outstanding crew, and thank you for watching. This match is BYU wins it in 4 sets. We'll see you tomorrow for more volleyball here on ESPN+.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Is running right here. Oh, yes, sir. It is all quite astonishing.
Is already rolling now for this new season.